Hi there, this is Lori Edge-Hughes, and this is your 4-Leg-Rehab Minute. And in today's minute, I don't know if it's too noisy, it's windy out here and sun shining. I look like a real cottonhead now. Anywho, today we're going to talk about accepting what is, or that things are as good as they're going to get, and how you determine that, and really just pep talk that sometimes that's okay. So, there needs to be a balance between improvement and realizing that, you know, when you've stopped, you've plateaued, you're not going to get more improvement, or striving for improvement doesn't make any sense, and accepting that this is where you're at, and transitioning to maintenance. All of that is something that we need to thought process. And this comes from a recent email exchange I had that got me thinking about this. So, some of the things you need to realize or think about, process, is normal even possible? Okay? So is getting back to normal even possible, or looking then at function? Is this functional? Because maybe normal isn't possible. So when might things hit a plateau, and or when might normal not be possible? So there may be some neuro cases, neuro recovery, where they're going to get as good as they get. And you're not going to get the dog that looked like they did before that neuro incident. And that's okay. You have to figure out when you've hit that plateau and to realize that, okay, we're not going to make more gains. No matter how many times we put them in the magic dishwasher or, you know, use our magic wand on them, this is going to be it. There could be some ortho surgeries for which this is true as well, especially in a case where, let's say, a joint deformity or angular limb deformity or something like that. I can recall this one dog that was a premature ulnar physial closure, and that dog had 4 surgeries on each front leg, and at the end there ain't no way that dog was normal, but they kept going back in and convinced the owner that, well, let's just try again, let's just try and straighten him out. He never straightened out. His whole life he looked like this, a little bit shorter and all the rest. And there's no making that dog normal. We could make him functional, but I couldn't make him normal, nor could any of the surgeries make him normal. And then you will also have this phenomenon with some of your geriatric and senior dogs, where they're likely just going to hit a point where it's like, I can't make you a competitive agility dog now at the age of 12, for example. Maybe there's some at 12, and there likely are some at 12 that are amazing. But realistically, we all have to realize that at some point in time, a senior dog is a senior dog and needs to be given the grace of being a senior. So those are some instances where you may very well hit a plateau, and you and the owners have to accept that this is what is, okay, and that you're just here for maintenance now. And so that, within the context that you have really contemplated all options that might contribute to improvement and betterment. So, for example, you know, could there be a sacroiliac joint dysfunction that's what's causing this senior dog to look limpy, or a rib dysfunction? If you fix that, you've got a new dog. So thinking outside the box, looking and contemplating all of the options, if you take that in there, or whether that is also something like targeted strengthening, that have you done strengthening that is specific to the glutes compared to generic underwater treadmill or just going for walks. Oh, now it's going to get noisy. Okay? And then to realize, when you've put all of these things into context, you've thought about and you've done your targeted therapies, and you get to the point where it's like, I think we're legitimately at a plateau. And in a lot of instances, that's okay, especially if what you have achieved is function. And then it's okay to transition to maintenance. And I would say that's what a lot of clients accept too, and are willing and looking for that. Can you just tell me when we've graduated from this, like we need to get back to normal, to where it's like we accept that this is pretty good, that we're functional, and we're going to go to maintenance. I find a lot of clients like that maintenance shift, so that let's check up on him next month, see how he's doing, and then we can see, pick a maintenance schedule. I find clients like that maintenance schedule as a nice graduation, instead of saying, good, you're done, cut you off, and see you next time. So anyways, these are things that you can contemplate for accepting what is, and that things are as good as it's going to get, and that the plateau you've hit is okay. You're dealing with function, you move to maintenance. Okay. And that's it. So until next time, cheers. Where's the stop button?